What's up, Moon Lords? It's Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. You're watching the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. Today, we're going to go over AMC's financial astrology updates that you literally can't get anywhere else on AMC. DD on the moon phases. We know AMC moves with the moon phases and eventually will moon with the moon phases. We know AMC is tracking more than likely to the upside during a new moon period coming into the full moon. And that's exactly what we have this week, right before we have a new moon, literally right before the actual earnings day. You guys know what I think is going to happen with that, right? You guys know what I think is going to happen with that. Earnings, new moon the next day. I mean, come on. All right. So I'm very, very excited. We're going to check out the moon phases. We're going to check out the stars and see what's good. If you guys appreciate this DD and want us to support, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, I feel like we've been doing this since the beginning. This channel at this point is like hopium. Okay. We know if we survive the waning period and we get into that new moon, we're back into, the launch pad first, you could say, right? So go ahead and let's help spread the word so people can kind of have another hopium, you could say, another form of DD, you could say, for the AMC stock to keep this movement going strong. I truly think we're at the end game. We're in Pisces season. You guys know I'm in Pisces. And guys, guess what? Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac sign. It's the completion, the very last ending coming into the new year, astrologically speaking, okay? So this is a great time for us to have some serious fireworks just because we're at the end of the year. Astrologically speaking, okay, completions, okay, in a lot of weird ways. There looks like there's a shift of speculation in the stock market with all these sudden changes that just happened, that took place. But anyway, we're gonna look at the moon phases, see what's good, and we're gonna look at the stars for this earnings this week. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new here. Okay. And if you guys, I know I haven't been posting as much, but if you guys have questions for me or want to pick my brain on anything, you guys can hit me up at the Market Moon Lord Discord. I will answer questions there. And I'm very, very excited for the squeeze because at the end of the squeeze, I am going to be coming out with some very unique DD on astrology period, okay, and how to activate your chart for more success, more manifestation, okay? And this is my own personal astrological science. So there's no other content like this. So AMC squeezes, guys, I already have like 5 videos that are going to be pretty interesting, okay? But anyway, we're going to check out the moon phases. We're going to check out the stars right now. Welcome to the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. This may very well be the very last AMC DD I do. So I'm going to go ahead, if you're new here, and subscribe to what we're looking at right now. Okay, we're looking at the moon phases for AMC stock. The blue background is when the moon is growing, coming into a full moon. The black background is when the moon is dying, coming into a new moon again. Okay, and so we know when the moon is going down, energy is low. When the moon is coming up into a full moon, energy is higher. We know the stock market is very much controlled by the emotions, and we know astrologically speaking, the moon rules emotions. So when it's a full moon, we can kind of anticipate the emotions are going to be high on the stock. And when it's a new moon, we could definitely anticipate the emotions are going to be higher. The hopium is going to be higher. It's a new moon, new beginning, new optimistic energy for the future. That's what new moons do. Now, don't get me wrong. Not all stocks move with the moon phases like AMC. There's a good chance that the market will move during a new moon and full moon, but some stocks move really closely with the moon phases. And that's typically stocks that IPO either on a new moon or on a full moon, or around like a big moon transit. But that's typically the stocks that move with the moon phases, okay? But if you want more information on exactly how to trade with the moon phases, I have a whole video on that. But okay, let's talk about AMC stock coming into this week. It looks good, guys. Last week we did have, or last video I did, we talked about that full moon pop. You can see here during the new moon, we did have a little pop, then went down a little bit, but we did grow on the waxing period. Okay, we can see that very clearly. And now we hit the waning period. But look, guys, the waning period wasn't that bad. Typically, on waning periods, we typically get hit a little bit harder than what we just did. Okay, that period we got hit harder. This period was okay. This period we got hit really hard, pretty hard here, pretty hard here. Big drop there, okay, big drop here. So this drop wasn't that bad. And what's really good about this drop is we didn't go so far. We still have a couple more days in the waning period before the new moon on Wednesday. But so far, we haven't reached the lows of the last waning period. So finally, this is the first time we've kind of reversed, or I wouldn't say reversed, but it's the first time we didn't make lower lows, okay, on the waning period. So that's good. It does look like a reverse, okay? We're going the other direction. That's really sexy. Now, this $17 mark, I've had that there for a long time. We're above that still days before the new moon, okay? So we popped above it on the full moon, right? And now days before this new moon, we're still above it. Okay, so that's a really, really good, strong signal to me. So what I'm looking for coming into this new moon is to stay above this $17 line that I have. Is about $17.40. And then on the new moon, hopefully we just start hitting that uptrend, and that should take us to around that, honestly, guys, that $28 level. Okay, now what would be really nice is if we get there 3 days before the full moon. Okay, if we do that, then that full moon could pop us well into the 30s. Okay, but that's going to be like 2 weeks away. But this new moon is looking pretty interesting because it's a day before earnings. All right, that's very, very, very sexy. So looking at the indicators, there's no really big. It's kind of neutral. Okay, we're still kind of squeezing on the green side on the MACD. The RSI is pretty neutral. There's not really an increase of volume here, but that's what we're going to want to see. We're going to want to see the RSI kind of get harder, us continue squeezing on the green on the MACD, and an increase in volume leading into this new moon, and we should see a pop leading into this earnings. All right, it's perfect timing. So we just need to see the RSI to go up. We just need to see the MACD to go up, and an increase in volume coming into that new moon, and that's going to look very, very nice for an uptrend coming into the full moon. So let's check out the stars for the AMC stock for this earnings. Okay, so I'm going straight to the fun stuff. We have March 2nd, Wednesday open, 12:30 p.m. That's the exact time of the new moon. That's when the moon meets the sun in the sky. You can see that right here. And we have a new moon in Pisces, new beginnings in Pisces energies. So I'm going to keep it relevant. Pisces in astrology rules the illusion. It rules the imagination. What is the movies? It's imagination. It's an illusion. Someone made something up in their mind and then made it a reality on the big screen. Pisces rules Hollywood. Literally. Pisces rules Hollywood. Libra rules the artist. Pisces rules the creation of the art. Okay. So yes, new moon in the sign of Pisces. This is very bullish just for that reason. And we also have a new moon with the rulers of Pisces in the sign of Pisces, which is absolutely amazing. That's like, wow. Okay. Neptune rules Pisces in its dignity. Jupiter rules Pisces in its dignity. The new moon is right there with all this stuff. Jupiter's expansion. All right. We know this. All in the sign of Pisces on the new moon. And we know AMC has made some major moves with Jupiter in the sign of Pisces, okay? So that's amazing. I really, really, really like to see that. Really like to see that. Another thing I like to see during this new moon is all this stuff happening over here. We know Venus is a major player for AMC, and Venus is getting hit with all sorts of things, okay? Pluto is on top of Venus. We have Mars on top of Venus, and we have a Venus return, okay? And not only is that right on top of AMC's Venus, but it's right out there on the ascendant, okay? We know the ascendant is the persona, the perception, the projection, the direction, okay, of the company. And we have Pluto on there trying to transform the company, and it's on top of Venus, which is about transforming the aesthetics, the branding, but also Venus rules relationships. So I won't be surprised. I will not be surprised during a Venus return and a Pluto hitting this Venus, if there's some type of merger activity, some type of transformation activity with a different, organization, they could be going into a different industry. This could be big, all right? This is cusping Aquarius. This could be a serious breakthrough. And I do expect some serious communication on a breakthrough, because look at this. Look where Neptune, look at where Mercury is. It's in Aquarius and is making a sextile to AMC's Mercury. That is one of the most bullish indications ever. All right, because that's a clear indication of news. Okay. Now, I do have to warn you guys. This is also happening with Mercury square Saturn 0 degrees. Okay. And then Saturn is also square Saturn 0 degrees. That's a little ugly. Okay. That is a little ugly. So one of two things could be happening here. Okay. Because Saturn is in Scorpio naturally for AMC, and it's a square, this could be a loss of something. All right. Saturn is also in Scorpio, and that's resources. So this could definitely be a loss of resources. This is a square. Okay. But this could also be a loss of debt. This could have something to do with their debt. Okay. Where they maybe, because a square is when you're kind of forced to do something. All right, make a decision, make a transformation. So something got forced, or something is getting cut. Okay, so it could be, low numbers, or it could have something to do with them cutting out their debt. Okay, and I'm not, if it wasn't for Mercury being right here, making that perfect positive angle to Mercury, I would say this most likely is a negative. This Saturn square Saturn, but I'm not seeing that. All right, there's too much positive aspects going on for me to say that's about getting bad news on numbers. Okay, but we do have a Mercury square to Saturn, so there's probably going to be a mixture. But no matter what, just the fact that we're having a new moon in the sign of Pisces, and that the new moon is going to be sextiling AMC's moon and trying AMC's moon and sextiling AMC's Pluto. This looks like a positive new moon transformation for sure. All right. So I am bullish. I do expect fast movements. All right. We have Mars right on the ascendant on AMC. And this is very fast, a lot of pressure. We have Uranus making a 0 degree trine to Pluto and a nice sextile to the moon. That's also very, very volatile. So it looks like a very volatile week. We could also be dealing with a little bit of deception. All right. So I wouldn't necessarily believe everything we hear this week. All right. Because I'm looking at this Neptune, and Neptune is square that Mercury. Okay. And is making a trine to the midheaven, but this being square that Mercury, still dealing with that deception, guys. We have to remember that. Okay. But overall, I am bullish. We have a new moon in the sign of Pisces. You guys let me know what you guys think about the earnings call. Do you guys think we're going to beat? Do you guys think it even matters? All right. Do you guys think we're going to have some really good news with debt? Do you guys think we're going to have any type of merger activity? GameStop, perhaps? Okay. Do you guys think this is the month? Do you guys think we're in the end game? Let me know if you guys are still holding with me. Okay, guys, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You see all the rules, they're changing. Okay, this isn't going to happen again. All right, so you might as well invest, or at least hold in this play just to see what happens. Okay, but you guys let me know what you're doing. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for checking out this video. I appreciate you guys for liking this video. Let's go ahead and help spread it on the algorithm. If you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe. And if you guys do have questions for me, hit me up at the Market Moonlord Discord. And if you guys actually want a reading, personal with me, we get on the phone, we go an hour. I will go through your chart just like I do this right here. We could talk about your future. We could talk about your career. We could talk about your relationships. We could talk about your cosmic DNA. I love this stuff. All right. So anyway, I'm Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. You're watching the Market Moonlord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. Until next time, peace.
Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune.